There's always a time when it comes to 90 Day Fiance. And there's always a time when you get cast members who say things that are simply too far. Whether it be people making comments that are racist, transphobic, you name it, it happens. But before we get into that, we're going to start with something that is non-90 day related. Purely because I feel like this is a topic that needs to be touched on. So we're going to begin with this little post here that I saw on TMZ. Now, I don't know who this Emily woman is. But I saw this and I said to myself, hold on a minute. So we're now going to normalize sexualizing, literally it says sexualizing breastfeeding is sexualizing a baby. So all I simply want to know is, what are your thoughts? Because honestly, when I came across this, I was like, what the hell is going on? Is this what the world is coming to? Again, I don't know who this woman is, but I can imagine she probably has a following of young girls who may start to follow her trend, who may think that what she's doing is cool. Taking a picture with the breast out and baby feeding and putting it on social media in a sexualizing way. And just to clarify, as you swipe across these pictures, as you can see, she's definitely doing it in a way where she wants to express or show off, I'm assuming maybe her modeling skills. And that's why obviously everyone in the comment section is calling her out for sexualizing breastfeeding, which is exactly the same as sexualizing a baby. It is absolutely sick, especially given the fact that we live in a world where normally it is completely normal for men to like a woman with breasts. But we also live in a world where, disgustingly, there are many people out there who have sick fetishes for babies, for kids. So then all of a sudden we got this person putting the two together. What is going on, folks? What is going on? But now we're going to move on to what I know you guys are always here for, and that is, of course, some 90-day content. So we're now going to move on to this one, and this one here is all about a former 90-day castmate called Evelyn. Evelyn is somebody that was not only just on 90 Day Fiance, but also on American Idol. And as you can see here, she has come out to announce that she has had a newborn child. It says, after a long, hard labor and delivery, my Princess Ginger Ann Ruth was born 3:26 a.m. on June 11th and nearly 8 pounds as we anticipated. She loves to cry, poop and snuggle with her daddy. She is every bit the cutie pootie princess queen I imagined she would be. And mostly she is happy. She is healthy and happy. Thank you, Jesus, it said. Also continued by also saying, my little ginger snap princess cookie angel, what a week. This cookie putty gave me a 3rd-degree tear, and so I'm doing my best to rest and move around too much. Nick has been amazing and is the best teammate I could have asked for. I'm still at hospital, but the plan is to go home today. Thank you for all the messages. Congratulations. And we truly could not be much happier. Please pray for a speedy recovery so that I can feel a bit more whole and capable to care for my sweet baby without much help. The crazy part about it is, folks, is that I started this video by showing you a post from some random chick called Emily who wanted to come online and sexualize everything. Then all of a sudden we get over to 90 Day Fiance, and can you believe we get to 90 Day Fiance content, and this one is actually positive. But this is how you're supposed to celebrate your child online if you choose to celebrate giving birth online. Something that I'm not necessarily a big fan of, but in the day, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it in a loving, caring, respectful way. That Emily chick needs to learn something from Evelyn. But now we're going to get into the not so good content. Sorry, the not so good news. This is going to relate to exactly what I spoke about at the very beginning, that sometimes there's always going to be a cast member out there somewhere that is going to have either racist views, transphobic views, you name it, just views that they should not have. And this is where we get to everyone's favorite person, Andrei. Now, Andrei has been known in the past for having an attitude. He's been known in the past for saying things that he shouldn't be saying. So therefore, does this come as a surprise? Probably not. Now, some of you may or may not know, but there is a new series coming out called we assume it'll be called 90 Day Fiance Florida or 90 Day Florida, purely because it is based on the couples in Florida. The name itself in particular has not been announced, but that is the premise. Now, we do know there is a couple who will not be a part of it because they chose to not want to be a part of it. And this is something that I spoke about in a video yesterday. And the reason why Andrei and Elizabeth, which is the couple that doesn't want to be a part of 90 Day Florida, well, Andrei and Libby pretty much both came out to confirm what each other said, and that was that they didn't want to come back for that show purely because Andrei did not want to work around somebody or a cast member who does not take their meds and pretty much sees as an unhinged person. And because this person does not want to take their meds, he does not want to be around this crazy person. He never said who it was, but we did assume that it probably is Lauren, who's in a relationship, or I should say in a marriage with Alex. But of course, we'll never know for sure. But either way though, because of that, people have come out to ask more questions. And Elizabeth took time on her socials to come out by saying this. So she responded to a question here where somebody, well, my apologies, this is not the one, wrong one. The first one here was obviously, are you on the 90-day FL couple spin-off? She obviously says hard pass. Then also continues here by also someone saying, are the rumors true? You guys basically didn't get fired from 90 Day? Please say no. What do you mean that please say no? No, say hell yes. Anyway, this person is not true. Rumors, as you said. So of course, even though they declined to come on this new show that's coming out, it doesn't mean they won't be back for a different season for the 90-day franchise, which is obviously quite frustrating. And then also we continue here where somebody says, we miss you on the show. We are not going to watch it if you're not there. Boycott. I mean, honestly, some people have got some screw loose. Then also, of course, there was a conversation regarding them to potentially having another child. Now, if you have seen my YouTube shorts, you will see that this video itself in particular, not that one, but this one itself in particular has been uploaded there. And another one where she does speak about whether or not her and Andrei are going to have a third child. But we will talk about it in this video. But before we talk about it, we're going to go to a post that I saw where this is where things get absolutely nasty. So when it came to the page here from Djibouti.com, okay, simply what happened was prior to this post in particular, the creator himself also decided to upload these comments here, obviously, that I just read to you guys straight from Elizabeth's page. And because of these comments, there was then comments that were then made down below that obviously were in exchange between Statler and Andrei. Now, as you can see, Statler says, yep, sounds exactly right. Get ready for them to start, get ready to see them trying to sell stuff on TikTok live more, LOL. That's all Statler said. Nothing harmful in any shape or form. That's all she had. That's all she said. But, you know, Andrei, being Andrei himself in particular, decided to come out with some very unnecessary responses. So, as you can see here, if we can get to the bloody response, because so many people have done it, where is the one where you know what, it's fine. It's here anyway. Let's get back into this one. So this was the response that Andrei decided to make to Statler. He says, yes, we said hard no is fine. You need to move forward. That is not the one. This is the one. But either way, though, continues by saying, yes, we said no and it's fine. You need to move forward. The circle has closed. Whatever you thinking is done. I said it before. I negotiate to the last day. I will not be involved with crackheads point blank. But then he also says, has a response to Statler. Statler Grace, you lost adopted freak. You're a door rug and your trans opinion is worthless. I'm still trying to figure out why he decided to attack her with this trans comment. It doesn't make any sense. But either way, it still doesn't make it acceptable, even if I knew the reason. Also continue by saying, even that English traveler didn't want to take you for adoption, so go sleep, you miserable loser. Honestly, I don't understand what his big deal is. Now, we know that he's somebody that enjoys to poke the bear. He enjoys being an absolute, utterly bully for no reason. And it's quite sad because we've always said, or at least I've always said, that a man that is comfortable to speak to women the way he speaks to them and bullies them the way he does, it makes you only wonder how he can be in an actual freaking marriage, right? And also what he could be like if you really get on the wrong side of him, because from my knowledge, men that are comfortable insulting women are usually the same type of men that show a lot of weakness in terms of the fact that they wouldn't give the same energy with men. But we do know that he's also not afraid to give it to men as well. Either way though, his behavior cannot be excused regardless of anything or anything. But we're going to go back to that post stuff in particular here, that of course from the original one from the Djibouti. Now, as you can see here down below, he also added another comment here where he said, oh, this is the one that obviously I read originally, folks, okay? So what we're going to do now, we're going to go back to this one here. No, it's the wrong one. This is the one right here. And then also here, there's something that happened with Yara. I'm not too sure where Yara actually commented. I couldn't find her comment. But of course, he says, please what? But now, as you can see, because this has been posted, there's been obviously other people's come out to have their own say. One of those people being Amina. Amina is definitely somebody that has been getting involved a lot lately with the 90-day cast members. Even though she literally made a post not long ago saying that she doesn't want anything to do with reality TV anymore. She's done TLC, she's done Netflix, you know, and she's just done and dusted. But yet she's finding a way back in the 90-day world, making comments left, right, and center. Some people just don't know what they want in life. But either way though, Statler also decides to come in and also have this to say. She says, I think it speaks for itself. Glad he's gone. Finally, 90 Days seems to be getting the message. Statler, they're not gone. As you heard, as you saw in the first one, Libby makes it abundantly clear that they have not been fired. They just said hard pass on the Florida show, simply because Andrei doesn't want to be around somebody who doesn't take their meds. But also on top of that, Jenny's daughter also came out to have her say too. She said, at this point, if these men keep talking about trans people, it makes me wonder. It really does make me wonder, because if you can't keep trans people, LGBTQAI people, black people, Mexican people, anybody else out of your mouth, it states to me that you're jealous little ass. BICTH. Respond to me about trans people and I'm going to take it that you're in love with them. There's nothing you say that's going to change my mind. Nothing. Again, for me personally, I still don't understand where this whole trans comment came from, because there was nothing that Statler said in her comment in any shape or form that resulted to trans people. It doesn't make any sense. And again, to remind you lovely folks, all Statler said was, yeps, sounds exactly right. Get ready to see them selling stuff on TikTok Live more, LOL. That's it. That's it. And this guy comes in with an unnecessary response. You couldn't make this nonsense up. Honestly. But to be honest with you, for a grown-ass man, not even a man, just a grown-ass adult, to come online and to have such aggression, it's sad. Hella sad. But hey, let me know your thoughts. Let me know exactly what you're thinking down below. For me personally, this should be granted as a way to say that Andrei and Libby, well, especially Andrei, should not be allowed on the show again. Because we've seen some other cast members where they've come out online and they've also said either racial things, transgender things, you name it, they do anything. Some even get arrested for doing this, that, and the other. And then some of them do get axed, some of them get brought back. Unfortunately, I don't have high hopes that these two will be axed. I do feel like they probably will be brought back, to be honest with you, but and if they are brought back, we're gonna have to tackle that situation then. But as you know, folks, I'm somebody that never forgets what any of these people do, because I know some of these people, they do terrible things, and all of a sudden they do this great thing. Everybody's like, oh my god, I like what you just did here, and I'm like, hold on a minute. Just because this person now did something nice in this situation, it doesn't mean I'm gonna forget about what they did before. People have to be held accountable at all times. But it doesn't mean people aren't allowed second chances. But a second chance usually come with an apology. And that thing doesn't really happen. But anyway, with that being said though, please do let me know your thoughts down below. Of course, tonight is a 90 Day Fiance episode 4, I think, or 5 of season 12. Hope you guys are obviously going to be there to watch it. If you're not, don't you worry, subscribe. And you know tomorrow we're going to drop the reaction, the review of what goes down. And we're going to drag anybody that misbehaves, because they always misbehave. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Okay, but also please do make sure you like the video on your way out. It helps the channel all the time. Comment down below so it helps me read and learn from you guys, of course, most importantly, but also helps the channel at the same time. Also hype the video, because why would you not want to hype the video? I don't have a way to really persuade you to do it. Just do it. And also have a great Sunday here, guys. And yeah, see you tomorrow.